Okay, this is gold. Gold has basically punched above the resistance here at 1264, and moreover we are seeing what could be taken as a reasonably clear 5-wave run from this spot with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is my preferred reading here on the 30 minutes. Okay, and if this is correct, we should expect now several days of backing and filling here, which I would imagine that this is going to be the bottom limit of the range, when this being probably the top limit of the range. We should see it basically bouncing up and down here quite a few days, and the most important thing is to see if it has enough strength to come back and fly above 1268, and that will deliver a third wave. Let's go now to the a 4-hour chart and see how that is shaping up here. Here we go, that's the 4-hour chart, and we're talking about a move that went on here, this bullish move that began way back in on the 10th of March. Okay, so that's quite a bit of time, and the backing and filling action here could go on for 2 weeks. As long as it stays above this level, it looks like it's coinciding with the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. As long as it's staying above this level, bouncing up and down here, this is good news for the bulls. Yes, good news. It is preparing for a run above the resistance here, and we should see it giving us a pretty big leg. If that is to play out, it's going to be a pretty big leg, at least on the scale that we have seen from this spot, 1195 to almost 1270. Okay, so that's $75 from roughly this zone. If it's going into a third wave, you can count $100 roughly from this zone. So even if you go from the bottom of the range 1240, that could take us to 1340, 1340. So that is the situation with gold. And silver is also presenting reasonably bullish situation at this point, with the rally right from the bottom best taken as a 5-wave stretch, okay, that reached the top, and it's going now for that correction. That's the daily scale of silver, and the confluence of the 50 and the 21 could present a zone of support right here. Okay, could present zone of support, but I would imagine bottom support for this correction that is coming should be at around 17.5, and any backing and filling here for a week or two should be taken as positive, as silver is preparing the ground for this. Okay, so if we get an if you like, an extension of this line, if we just carry this line down like that, it's coming back again from the top to check this line, getting the support that it needs from this zone, reversing back, running and exceeding 18.5. You have basically a third wave in hand. Okay, the interpretation would then be 1, 2, 1, that will be 2, and up it goes in a 3 of 3 of possibly 3. So that is likely to be a pretty dynamic and strong movement. Let me see here, that is the 2 hours chart, and here are the two interpretations that I think are appropriate at this point, with the rally beginning from here taken as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That's the best interpretation. Alternative, that the fifth leg ended here, and what you see here is part of a C, with this being an A, that's a B, and that's probably a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. It will continue down, but the major bulk of the C is already behind us, with this being probably a third wave, a 3 of 3 or something of that C. Okay, if that is the right interpretation, then silver is not going to spend perhaps a long time here, because it already started the correction from this point. So the reverse move here could come sooner, obviously, than otherwise, yes, than if it ended here. All in all, I'll remain reasonably confident, siding with the bulls as long as I have 17.5 supporting any slide here, and we get a nice rebound here. Yes, that is looking like the appropriate response to the price action here, sinking under 17.2, basically getting stuck here in this kind of price action will be negative in my opinion. That will be sign of weakness and will suggest silver is heading back to 0.6 0.8 for whatever reason. Yes, it's likely to continue lower.